Dear student, today we will learn the depression of freezing point. So before going to study about depression of freezing point, you observe a graph. Here you see a graph is made. Here salinity is there. Salinity means amount of salt in water. It is expressed in gram per kg. That is in 1 kg of water if, how much gram of salt is dissolved. Here you see 100, 200, 300 and 400. And this is the temperature. Temperature means mainly we are observing the freezing point of the salt water. Freezing point of the salt water. If you see this graph, when salinity, it means if salt amount is almost zero, then the water, that is the pure solvent, if if we have taken water as a solvent and salt is going to be dissolved in it, if the amount of salt in water is zero, then you will observe that water freezes at 0 degree Celsius. Here temperature in degree Celsius is given. But as soon as the amount of salt increases, you observe its melting point. Means here you see about when we dissolve 100 gram of salt in 1 kg of solvent, then you see about minus 6 degree Celsius. The melting point is minus 6. In salt, the sodium chloride can decreases the melting point of, freezing point of water up to minus 21 degrees Celsius, up to minus 21 degrees Celsius. But if temperature is very low, in that case it will be ineffective, so other salts are used. So here we observe that amount of salt is increasing and the freezing point is also decreasing. It means the solution freezes at lower temperature. Solution means salt plus water. Solution freezes at lower temperature. So today we will discuss about the why this depression is going to take place. We observe it. Let water is going to freeze. You know that at room temperature, if you have taken water at room temperature, it will produce some vapor, and due to that, let this is the water at room temperature. Room temperature, some vapors will be there, and this vapor causes some vapor pressure. But as the temperature, let the temperature is 25 degree Celsius. If the temperature of the room is decreases, then you know that vapor pressure, if temperature will decrease, then vapor pressure also decreases. Vapor pressure also decreases. So when we are when water is going to cool, means temperature of the room is below than 25, means we are going to decrease the temperature of the room. Let temperature when reaches to 0 degree Celsius, when temperature reaches to 0 degree Celsius, we observe that there is a the some of the water changes into the solid phase, that we call ice, that we call ice. It means this is the mixture of ice and water. Both phases are there. Means here water is present in solid phase solid phase as well as in the liquid phase. liquid phase. So at this condition, when the vapor pressure of liquid decreases, so at 0 degree Celsius, at 0 degree Celsius, at this temperature, the vapor pressure of water water vapor pressure of water in liquid phase, or vapor pressure of liquid solvent, you can say liquid solvent, that is vapor pressure of water in liquid phase, equals to the vapor pressure of water in solid phase, that is you can say solid solvent. So at this is the constant temperature. At this constant temperature, water freezes to give ice. Water freezes to give ice. And at this temperature, the solid phase and the liquid phase is in dynamic equilibrium. Now here see, when we add salt, here salt is a non-volatile, common salt we are taking, non-volatile solute. When we are adding salt to water, this is water, and you know that the freezing point of pure water is 0 degree Celsius. So what happens when salt is added? When salt is added, then we observe that water freezes at lower temperature, less than 0 degree Celsius. So why this happens? When salt is added, salt is solute particle, non-volatile solute. So if these are the particles of salt and these are the molecules of water, you can observe these are the molecules of water. So salt takes occupies the space on the surface, and hence vapor pressure decreases. So when vapor pressure, it means addition of salt decreases the vapor pressure of water. Earlier, due to this, the vapor pressure of water becomes less. When vapor pressure of water becomes less, it decreases due to addition of salt. Now the vapor pressure of water in the liquid phase will be equal to the vapor pressure of the frozen solvent, that is the solid solid water, that is called ice, at a lower temperature. How? Let this is the Now here we observe the graph. Here temperature and vapor pressure. Now for pure solvent, you know that when we compare the vapor pressure of uh, pure solvent and solutions containing non-volatile solid, you know that vapor pressure decreases on addition of non-volatile solid. So if we are taking particular temperature, if this temperature is there, at this temperature, if this will be the vapor pressure of the let this is the vapor pressure of the solvent, vapor pressure of the pure solvent, let at this temperature, then vapor pressure of solution must be less. So it will form a graph like this. With temperature, vapor pressure of pure solvent, let this is the graph for the pure solvent. And this is the graph for the solution. This is the graph for the solution at particular temperature. If this is the particular temperature, at this temperature you can see the vapor pressure of pure solvent. Pure solvent is more than that of the solution. Now you know that the solid phase of pure solvent, it also has some vapor pressure. Solid also changes into vapor, that is called sublimation. So if this is water, you have observed the vapor around the ice. So when in case of pure solvent, let the in case of pure solvent, the vapor pressure of pure solvent equals to the vapor pressure of the solid solvent. Solid solvent means solvent solvent in solid phase. Solvent in solid phase. Let this is the temperature. This is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of solvent is equal to the vapor pressure of the solid solvent. Let this is the vapor pressure. This is the graph for the vapor pressure of solid solvent that we call frozen solvent. That we call frozen solvent. This red line. Now at this temperature, here you see, this is the temperature. So here you see, this is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of solvent equals to the vapor pressure of this is the vapor pressure of solvent in liquid phase equals to the vapor pressure of solvent in solid phase. That is called frozen solvent. Here you see, at this point, this is the this is the freezing point of the pure solvent. So we have indicated it by T naught F. Now you observe that after addition of salt in water, the vapor pressure of solution decreases. So it means when vapor pressure of the solution decreases, it means it will equal to the vapor pressure. Since frozen solvent, the vapor pressure of frozen solvent is less in comparison of solvent and solution. So here you see, this solution equals to the vapor pressure of this solution equals to the frozen solvent frozen solvent at lower temperature. You can see this is the point. At lower temperature it equals. It is lower than that of the pure solvent. Now you see, observe the temperature. Here you see, at this point the vapor pressure of solvent in solution equals to the vapor pressure of the frozen solvent. So this point is lower. This point we get at lower temperature than that of earlier. It means there is lowering in freezing point, or depression in freezing point. And how much it decreased? We get the difference delta TF. Delta TF indicates the depression in freezing point. Now we will get the expression through which expression we can calculate the molar mass of the solute added to it. Let the freezing point, let the freezing point of pure solvent is T naught F. T naught F. And you know that the freezing point decreases due to addition of the non-volatile solute. So therefore freezing point of solution is Tf. Let Tf is lower than T naught F. Tf is less than T naught F. Therefore, what would be the depression in freezing point? Depression in freezing point, how much freezing point is decreased? It is indicated by delta Tf, which is equal to T naught F minus Tf, and this is called depression of freezing point. Experimental data shows that what it shows, experimental data shows that delta Tf means the depression in freezing point is directly proportional to the number of moles added to the number of moles of solute added to the solvent, that is molality, m, small m, molality, where m is the molality of the solution. Now we can extend this expression delta F is equal to K naught F, here sorry, Kf. Kf is the proportionality constant known as Kf is equal to molar depression constant or freezing point constant, or it is also known as cryoscopic constant. This is the proportionality constant. Now we will find out, here you see delta Tf. We are going to find out the molar molality, or you can say molar mass of the solute. So delta Tf is equal to, here we can write Kf into m. M is what? Number of moles of solute. Here small n indicates the number of moles of solute, divided by weight of the solvent in kg. Weight of the solvent in kg. Weight of the solvent in kg. This is the formula. But we have the weight of the solvent in gram. It is given weight of the solute in gram, and weight of solvent is also given in gram. So we can write delta Tf is equal to Kf into number of moles of solute. We can write an expression, mass of solute in gram divided by molar mass of solute. Since weight of solvent is in gram, weight of solute is also in gram. So in formula it is in kg, but we have the weight of solvent in gram, so we will divide it by 1000. So we can write, so here you see delta Tf is equal to Kf into weight of solute and molar mass of solute, here written in denominator, multiplied by weight of solvent into 1000, where W indicates the mass of solute or weight of solute in gram. W solute, mass of solute in gram. W solvent, mass of solvent in gram. And capital M indicates the molar mass of solute. Molar mass of solute. So here you see, now you can find out the molar mass of solute. Thus here you see, molarity of solute, molar mass of solute is equal to Kf. Here molar mass of solute we will write here, and delta Tf will come in denominator. Kf into Kf is what? Proportionality constant for freezing, or you can say also freezing point depression constant. Weight of solute in gram or mass of solute in gram by into 1000 divided by depression in freezing point into weight of solvent in gram. So by this formula we can, or by the expression 2, we can calculate the molar mass of the solute. If you liked this video, then press the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.